Charbelcher. Here it is. No in-depth this time. I'm just gonna show the cards. Alright, so 3 Pact of Negation, 4 Offer You Can't Refuse, 1 Skirk Prospector, 3 Strike It Rich, 4 Reckless Barbarian, 1 Surgical Extraction, 4 Gamble, 1 Cyclonic Rift, 1 Brotherhood's End, 4 Leyland of Anticipation, 4 Ironcrag Feet, 4 Goblin Charbelcher, 4 Plunderer's Prize, 3 Hydroelectric Specimen, 4 Sink into Stupor, 4 Sundering Eruption, 4 Rush of Inspiration, 3 Pinnacle Monk, 4 Shadow Skull Smashing. And that's the sideboard if you want to see it. I haven't really tuned this. I do think that this is a viable deck in best of 3. I do, but only if you could figure out what the other people's sideboard answers were for you. But this evades a lot of sideboard hate because, like, it's not graveyard. It doesn't. It doesn't like mana cheat like things in for 0 mana. You can't Vexing Bubble it. You can Pithing Needle, you can Karn. This is bad. No win condition. Bad. So this is not ideal, but we have Gamble. We actually have 2 Gambles. So yeah, I think we have to run it. Probably like this. Not ideal. Well, we need to go off quick too. So best case scenario is, oh man, there's not a lot of them actually. This isn't a good hand to fight this deck. Charbelcher helps. Charbelcher helps immensely. It changes our clock. We can, like, that's exactly what we needed. Now we don't have to gamble, which is great. Opponent hasn't blown up any of our lands yet, which is great. So we're gonna shock this in. Full control, gamble, offer the gamble. Alright, and we win next turn if opponent can't get rid of any of our land. Like, if he gets rid of a land, it's a lot more iffy. But if he just goes wide or, like, expands his board presence, anything but Karn. Karn would suck. Eldrazi Linebreaker is absolutely fine. It means that he doesn't get to do anything else. Anything that would fuck with our plan. I don't think that, like, the cards exist for it in the deck anymore. This is just gonna hurt. That's fine. We welcome it into our face. And then we just Ironcrag Feet. Charbelcher, dead. Bonk. There it is. You just, like, other people are still doing their thing, they're trying to, like, interact and stuff, and you just, like, right in the middle of their flow, you're like, now you're dead. Okay. You do nothing until, like, you do nothing but ramp until all of a sudden you just kill them. Um, this is fine. We have land, a ley line. So there's an argument to keep one of these in hand so that gamble has, like, is more effective, and I think I'm gonna do it. There's no need for us to damage ourselves here yet. Okay. I'm gonna gamble for the ritual and just take a shot. It's iffy, it's iffy, it's iffy. Okay. We could also grab Brotherhood's End, but it's got 1/1s. We need help getting there, is what I'm worried about. If I grab this, I can cast it next turn. Okay. Perfect. Sort of. Unless it discards my other land, is what I should have said. Unfortunate. Okay. Alright, come on deck. Okay, I have an idea. We can do this safely, sort of. Because if we're gonna die next turn to the creatures, then we can gamble for the board wipe. Or for a counterspell, potentially. Alright. See if you got it. Hey, look at that. That was close. That was real close. Very close to dying there. If he had had a little bit better hand, we should have been dead. I think against most mono red, like, you can't go down to 3 life against mono red ever. And this is bad because there's no win condition. Likewise, gamble's bad below 5 cards. Okay. Fuck, 3 cards? That hurts. What's opponent on? Izzet. So the opponent on Izzet, Strike It Rich is probably better than Barbarian. Yeah, I think we have to take it like this. And we just play super passively. Because we will probably die before we can go off with this hand, but it at least has a chance. Best draw. Maybe the Berserker. and hope that he doesn't have the burn spell he inevitably does, or even just a blue mana would be good to get the Cyclonic Rift. Blue mana actually would be quite nice. Okay, be like that, but we're drawing duds. Okay, we need something here. Mana, blue mana. Just going wide. We're probably dead next turn is the thing. Almost certainly. I think we're just dead on board to the Reckless Charge next turn. Alright, we're dead. I don't have an, like, there's no way we can answer anything that's going on. We couldn't pay for, I mean, like, we could pack this, but we still just die, so. Wizards is another deck that I would say is like S tier. Even though it has fallen out a little bit. And then, I mean, like, red-white enchantments is S tier, Wizards, Belcher, Reanimator, combo. What else? What else is in the, like, top tier? I don't think Eldrazi is actually top tier. I think a lot of those decks I just mentioned are better than the Eldrazi deck. So we have to gamble for our win condition. But we have land and we have a board wipe. I think we can keep this. We can just, oh, nope, there's our win condition. So we don't have to gamble anymore, which is really, really nice. So we'll just play this. Tapped, pass the turn. This is actually a good hand to deal with red-white because we have Brotherhood's End here, which can get a Johnny. What's this do? Okay, sure. Just take it slow. Next turn we'll shock in Brotherhood's End. Probably. Depends on what he plays, actually. It might be better to just literally play it tapped. Okay, 3 damage. If he plays a Johnny, we're definitely going to. Okay, Flage? No, no way. We don't even need to play the Brotherhood's End. We just play a tap land and go. Our goal against a deck like this is like aggressive and burny is to do as little damage to ourselves with our lands as possible, or as necessary. So like, depending on what cards we have, sometimes you shock them out, sometimes you don't. Okay, so we take 3, whatever. We're gonna take another 3, but you are dead. You are dead. Dead, dead, dead. I wonder if you could make a Switch version of this deck. The problem is that you would need lands to change. It'd be cool to be able to like make a sideboard switch between this deck and the black-white, or the black-red version. Wait, black-green version. We have ramp, we have a win condition, we have a pact negation, we have surgical. This is fine. We have protection against graveyard bullshit. We have ramp. We have bounce. Actually, a pretty decent hand. Pretty good one to just slam the Charbelcher too. Okay. It might be worthwhile to Cyclonic Rift this and make him just replay the same thing next turn. We can't go off yet anyway, but we can if we can the turn after though. I mean, that's gross. We do have the ability to counter. So we go down to 11. He has 6, 8, 9 on board. We can't shock in unless we get red mana. Okay. Okay. That's the answer. We have to sacrifice a treasure to do it, which sucks. But 3 damage to each creature in play in Swamper. Alright, we're gonna take the Eldrazi Linebreaker hit. Yep. This is 4. This is a kind of insane card, given the deck that it can be played in. But we actually have protection against that next turn. I wish... I mean, we have to play it like this. I need a way to get one more red mana. So we're gonna bounce this now, right? I mean, we have to wait for combat. Okay, that's fine. Take 2. Charbelcher, slam it. Pact of Negation win. Here we go. He's gonna slam the Eldrazi Linebreaker again because it lets him win. And we're gonna counterspell it. In response, got him. Whew. That was a close game. Holy crap. Skin of my teeth. Holy shit. Come on, Jesus. What the hell? What the hell? find somebody to fight me. Okay. This is good. This is a good hand. I'm thinking about how important it's going to be to have that first turn ramp here. So I shotgun twice. That's a substantial amount of damage I'm taking. I think I'm gonna go the Reckless Barbarian route. Okay, it's enchantments. And if this works, then next turn we can slam Belcher and hold up a counterspell. And if he kills it, we can strike Rich Offer to ramp back up to 2. I think this is right. It could be that I was supposed to do that the first turn. Ossification. We always let it take the Barbarian instead of just popping it. That's fine. Because now... we can do this into this. And now you can ossify my treasure all you want. The only problem with this is if he has more than one removal, it's a problem. So we could also wait a turn and hold up Sink into Stupor, because we can't go off this turn anyway. So I actually like that better. We're gonna play Specimen taps. We'll keep our interaction spells. And then next turn we can shock in and just go off immediately. I think that's the way. Because we wouldn't be able to go off this turn anyway. Does that count for light balls? If it does, it's insane. Oh my god, that's crazy. I love that. That's actually hilarious. But I think it's time to say goodnight. The Utopia Sprawl light ball interaction is pretty great. That's pretty special, actually. I like that. Light Balls is a crazy card. And Sheltered by Ghosts is also a crazy card. That's why white-red control or white-red enchantment is so good. No win condition, so we do not take. No takey. We have to gamble for our win condition. We only have one land. No. Okay, this is better. We have I think we just put the gambles back. We want the lands. I don't want to gamble with my win condition in my hand. I think this is the way. And yeah, we're just going slow for now. No reason to be alarmed, opponent. Next turn, if we draw another land, we could potentially hold up Sink into Stupor or Specimen. Okay, that's scary, but it is a little bit longer term. So that means we're probably going to shock in Sink into Stupor. And if he attacks with Ocelot Pride, I will block it. I don't know if this is right or wrong, but like I feel like it's the right thing to do. I'm gonna feel pretty bad about that if he hits a second Ocelot Pride. Galvanic Discharge. Do not care. Oh, please put it on that. Put it on the token. No, not the Ocelot Pride. Okay, so energy may change the target's instant sorcery. Okay, it's no longer worth playing this. We need it as a land too much, and I can't kill the Ocelot Pride. We were a turn late. I think we were on the draw. That might be the thing that leads us to lose the game, actually. Okay. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Take the land out. What do we get? What do we get? Okay. I should have shocked that in. I'm an idiot. Is that lethal? 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah. Alright. Well, we lost because I misplayed. If I'd shocked this in, then I would have had Brotherhood's into instant speed. I just like... Oopsie. Yeah, sure. Sure. Oh, sure. Okay, that's the best draw we could have got, actually. So next turn it's Shock In, Gamble, Offer. Ramp 2. Play Charbelcher, hold a Pact of Negation. Win? Hopefully? Alright. A little silly. A little bit silly. So we're probably just dead. But we have to play to win. If we got Cyclonic Rift from a gamble and just played a tap land, how does that look? Because I don't think we're going to have the clock. Like, even if we played Belcher next turn, yeah, we have to change our plan. Our clock's too slow. We need an answer to this pretty much immediately. Let's gamble. Okay. Alright. And then enter tapped. Losing the pact sucks. But, like, we could be dead this turn if he has, like, much more. Oh, we're just dead now. Yeah, the Sheltered by Ghost. Unfortunately, stops us from being able to interact with that anymore, so now we really are just dead. Does it have... It doesn't... Okay. Hear me out. It doesn't have... Trample. Or can't be blocked. So... Crazy idea. Gamble. We can jump block it. And that stalls us for one more turn. Unfortunate that I couldn't save this till my next turn, because then we could have actually Cyclonic Rifted it back to his hand, and that would have been a much better scenario, but as it stands, we have to do that. I don't think we have a way out of this. It would have to be like... Yeah, that's not gonna do it. That's not gonna do it. Alright, we're dead. Alright, 5 and 3 is still good. Let's open the loot. Stormkirk Condemned. Discard a card. Vampires +1/+1. Only once. That's terrible. I mean, I guess it's good for Madness Enabler, but like, you can only do it once. If you could do this as many times as you want, it would be nuts. But just once a turn is like, eh. I don't mind having these. Eventually it might be fun to make a remove all your good cards deck. I don't mind having these either. I bet that deck could still do good. Simic Flash. It would probably have some new tools. Nice. That's good. Fire finish. That's terrible. What the fuck is... That's god awful. Have they put out the new set yet? No. They have not. Alright, well we're banking gold until that happens. Do I want to play another set? I don't think I'm going to do another set today, or at least not right now. I might do some later tonight. So, later.